Don't mind me, I'm just eating a biscuit. Roll the intro. Welcome to the video. If you've been following me for a long time, then you know this is going to be a big deal for me. It's taken me a long time to get to this decision, and it hasn't been taken lightly. But if I'm going into 2022, I need a plan. I'm filming this right now, just before Christmas, as you can see. More festive. I thought I'd dress for the occasion. Look, even festive pants. I don't usually wear pyjama pants. I'm a boxers in bed man, but you don't want to see that. Refer to my OnlyFans for that. I thought I'd make a proper video. Sat down with a nice cup of tea. Here we go. Cheers. Lovely. And I just want to say, for any of you watching this before Christmas, a very, very happy Christmas to you. To me, family is the most important thing in the world right now. We need to all support each other. So what am I making this video for? Well, as you can see, my channel is growing quite a bit now, and I'm really happy with the progress it's made. Let's go back a few months to, well, a year nearly, January, February. I decided to go into partnership with someone called Harry Scott, linked to him below, who has essentially helped me to get out here, because I'd been dabbling with YouTube for a while before that. I mean, see me earlier videos, they're not good. What I was missing was a live component, because I love a live audience. I love being able to talk to people properly, and what YouTube provides is that platform to connect to an audience and to create your own content. And me and him started doing live shows, and then we moved into reviews, then reactions, and interviews, and then snap interviews. It sort of got to me. I went, oh my God, I love this. This is something that I could do forever. Just talk to people, not just in the creative industry, but to people who are, you know, in, I say, normal life, who have had the challenge, who have strived for better, and who've achieved so much. I mean, I'd love to interview anyone. If you are someone who's achieved something in your life, come and see me. Come and chat to me, because life is too short, and people hide away in the shadows, flaunt your achievements, because your achievements are interesting, and there's always an audience for that. So the main purpose of this video right now, I'm going to go into, and if you don't want to hear about this, then skip to this timestamp below, which I'm putting up on the screen now. Future Stephen, timestamp it. As you know, I have been an actor. Well, if you're new to the channel, then you probably don't know this. I started out very, very young. I don't mean school, I mean like proper theatre, proper amateur dramatics, proper character building from a very young age. And it all started out with this. Hang on, this is a bit hot. Maybe my mum could clarify this. I know I went because I wanted to do something, well, she would encourage me to do something like a club of some sort. But drama seemed to fit so well because of my speech problems, my learning difficulties, my social elements. Drama helps so much, and suddenly I realised I really loved acting, and it carried through to everything I wanted to do. And suddenly I was doing television, I was doing bit parts on soaps and reconstructions and extra work, and it was getting somewhere. But then at the age of 20, I slipped and I fell and had kids. That's my excuse. That's when it all sort of started going off, because life took over and I needed to prioritise what I needed to do. So I completely stopped acting, and I ended up regretting that decision, even though it was the best decision at the time. I needed to focus on real life. The problem is that fast forward 10 years after, I returned to the industry, and I wanted to regain that passion that I got from it, because it hadn't gone away. And then I realised that I completely changed as a person. My whole life view, my worldview had changed. The person I was darker. I was a rougher person because I'd lived a tough life during those 10 years. And now I'm back to rediscovering who I am again after all that time. I realised that the persona I'd been living in at that time wasn't me, and I needed to make a change. Fast forward another 3 or 4 years since I'd made the decision to go back into acting, I then realised that from various points where I'd done some parts on short films, I'd done some acting courses, acting classes, drop-in sessions with improvisation, collaborations, I realised that the industry had changed far too much for me. The whole aspect of social media, the way I had to conduct myself was changing. It had changed. I'm no longer able to cope with the rigours of the way the industry is. My passion for acting is never going to go away. What I love drama for no longer exists in the industry. It feels very, very phony to me. To get ahead in this industry, you need to kiss ass, basically, and to me, acting shouldn't be about that. It should be about conducting yourself in a way that interests other people, it attracts people to you in a creative spirit, not like, oh, we should collaborate. Why? Because it'll get us somewhere. No, you collaborate with someone because you feel that there's something creative there, that there's something that you can push out. This is where me and Debra Mawdsley came into it. I'd been to a number of classes at Lemon Casting, and if you want to know more about Debra, here is the video below. We talked about her life, and we need to follow that up. Actually, there's a lot of interviews I'm going to catch up on, and we met at one of these sessions, and we hit it off because we were both in the same place creatively. We were both frustrated with what we were given in the past, and we wanted to shake that off a little bit and discover a darker side to us and a grittier side. We both discovered something about ourselves on that day, which was quite unique, and I realised that, yeah, I can really do this. And she has gone on since to create her own stuff, create her own content. A passion for writing, it's brilliant. So where am I going with this? Well, since that acting class, and since putting my feet in for the last 4 years, I've realised that it's not as satisfying as I'd like it to be. It's something that's not making me happy. How old am I now? I'm 35, I think. Am I? How old am I? Yeah, I'm 35. And see, I don't count them anymore. I'm not really bothered. But I'm 35, and to me, life is really passing me by quickly, and I feel that acting doesn't satisfy me in that way anymore. It doesn't. I can't do the race to the top like everyone else is doing. This constant feeling that you're never good enough. This constant feeling that you should push yourself, and it's no longer satisfying. And shouldn't we be doing stuff that we're put on the planet to do? I've come to this decision in thinking all year, because I had a problem at the beginning of the year, which meant that I was out the game for this long. I've barely done any acting this year. Haven't missed it. There's been a niggle that I want to create, but that's where YouTube comes in. But before I go on to YouTube and what I plan for YouTube, I'm going to have to make this statement right now that going forward, I have decided to no longer pursue acting as a full-time venture. I'm no longer going to run around headless chicken trying to audition for things, scripts. Also, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just not that person. And you know, it may you might be thinking, well, what? You're barely acting anyway. And to me, acting just doesn't fulfill those life choices anymore that I want to do. It doesn't help me go any further. I feel like I'm doing stuff just because, and that doesn't fit well with my new mindset. 2022, I'm gonna move forward and do other things. I'm not saying I'm not going to do act anymore. I am still going to do a bit of acting, whether that's to Debra, whether that's for helping other people with their show reels, whether that's behind the scenes with people's, you know, helping people with developments there or with their productions, behind the scenes footage. I'm marketing myself now as a behind the scenes person. Just being there for other people seems to fit me better. I don't think I'm going to regret this decision either, because I've been up and down like this for 4 years, and before that my satisfaction for the industry was back then. I don't have that anymore. So for me, full time it's no longer viable. But before I move on to what I am going to be doing, I just want to thank everyone who has supported me while I was trying to develop my acting abilities. Thank you for your patience. Thank you to my mum for being there for everything that I've been through. When I've been doing audition tapes, she's been there to help guide me, to help with my lines, to help film. And also thank you historically to my dad, who whenever I was appearing on a short film, or when I was appearing on a soap or whatever, he'd be there to drive me at early hours of the morning, be there. And I can't thank everyone enough for their support. So going forward, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be rebranding my Facebook page, and I'm also going to be sorting out my YouTube. I'm going to be rebranding everything, taking out the acting element. My main title is going to be presenter / content creator, because I'm going to be doing a lot more hands-on on the street. I'm going to be out there interviewing. I'm going to be out there doing reviews. And this YouTube channel, which I'm on right now, I may post this to Facebook too. Sorry if you can hear me washing machine. I'm basically going to be doing a lot more on YouTube, because YouTube, and I can't thank YouTube enough. I mean, I know they've got their downfalls in certain ways, but YouTube is the biggest platform on the planet. It's helped cultivate my vision for what I want to say. It's been fair. I've been able to say stuff, and I've been able to use other people's content creatively, and it's not been a problem. Obviously there's a few, you know, people who just be an arse when it comes to the content, you know, when it comes to reviewing, and they say, oh, you can't use it, but it's their content, so what can you say? But my main goal for 2022 is be myself, live my life. So how does 2022 look? Well, from the word go, I'm going to be starting the gym again. Well, because I quit in April, the prices for the gym I was going to in Warrington, way too high, got too high, and they were splitting up everything. You couldn't go in the steam room or sauna after the gym, and it became too much of the travel time. But I'm going to restart the gym in Runcorn at a cheaper rate. I need to get my fitness back. I need to get the blood pumping. I've got the time to do it now. Because I'm no longer pursuing acting anymore, I'm able to put all my energy into me. The gym forms part of that. That's what I'm going to do there. I'm also going to be spending a lot more time planning my content for YouTube, putting out there stuff that people want to see. So all that aside, this is exactly how YouTube's going to look going forward. I'm going to continue doing the Ricky Gervais show. I'm going to continue doing my collaborations with Davey A from I'd 10 Minutes, link below, because I also want to help him cultivate his YouTube channel. I think he should really go all out in 2022, and I hope he will. Harry Scott, going to be doing a lot more with him when it comes to his style of comedy. His vision for his comedy is always really daft, really silly. And what does the world need right now is silly, stupid. It needs that, because we're all very, very down, very dismal, and there is no scope for comedy at the moment. It's all like, shh, you can't say that. You need to have more silliness, and that's what he brings to the table. I'm also going to be doing something very, very exciting, which I've been meaning to do since last year, but with the lockdowns issues and stuff, you just nothing's been open, so I haven't done it, but I'm going to start doing it in 2022. I'm going to be going around showing off Runcorn, showing off the little treats here and there, and then moving out to Holton as a whole, and then moving out, and then moving out. I'm going to be exploring the hidden gems of what Runcorn has to offer. There's so much here that people don't see because they blink it. And it's that thing of people don't see what you've got on your own doorstep, and I want to bring that to the screen. I've already done a little bit here and there with the housing development stuff, so I'm gonna do that in the new year, and I'm gonna collaborate with, well, I'm gonna bring someone on who knows their stuff, who's been around these hidden gems, who is not camera shy, because that's half the problem with me. A lot of the people can be a bit camera shy when they're not creatives. I'm gonna be doing full-length reactions to movies, but only post highlights on YouTube, and I'm gonna open a Patreon account to put all my full reactions on, and anyone who wants to subscribe to the Patreon can do, because then it will support me with my goals going forward. Because Patreon's a good platform for, I mean, it's like OnlyFans, Patreon, where you pay a subscription to see content from someone. But the good thing about Patreon is there's no copyright element to it, so you can put full length on without any issues. If I set the price well, I could make some good money from that to help me to buy better equipment, to buy my own computer, because at the moment I'm still using Jake's computer, which is a pain in the ass. Full length reactions on Patreon coming up. I'm also going to be doing TV series reactions. One of the things I really love about other content creators is that they are able to sit down and cultivate proper reviews to really good shows. I've been meaning to do it for a long time, but haven't been able to get around to it because, as I say, editing videos takes a long time. As I say, it's not easy to do. It takes artistry to edit a video properly. So I'm going to be doing TV show reactions in the new year. A really good TV show, and I'm not going to say what it is now, but there's a TV show out there, right, that's one of the best TV shows ever made, in my opinion, but no one talks about it. I'm going to talk about it, as well as other TV shows and films. I'm going to review them, and I'm also going to be not holding back either. I'm not going to be a shill. I'm going to say how it is. I'm also going to be doing I'm also going to be going full steam ahead with interviews now. I mentioned it briefly before. I want to interview creatives. I want to interview normal people, and that's when I say normal, I mean people who've got a day job, where they've achieved something. I've shied away a little bit from the religious element, because the couple of people who I had lined up, they didn't want their religion called into question. Now, to me, you should be able to criticise anything as long as it's fair and balanced. And to me, any sort of belief set or religion, you should be able to go, right, well, what about this element? Don't you think that's a bit... Everyone I wanted to speak to was like, you can't do this. So I've sort of knocked that on the head, really, but we're going to be talking more about the passions that I do have, really putting a sense of perspective out there. Because one of the things that really gets to my tits right now is that people seem to think you have to censor yourself. Oh, well, you can't call people a cunt, you can't do this, you can't do that. No, you should be able to hold people to account. You should be able to say exactly what you want. Within reason, if I play by the rules of YouTube, I can say what the hell I like. I'm really frustrated that people don't think that they can say what they want to say, that they can't be themselves, that they have to put on a persona that isn't them. I was crossing that line by accident at the beginning, and you can see right through it, because you're not being yourself. I mean, about 2 years ago, I wouldn't have sat like this with these lounge pants on, and I would have been trying to put on like this weird, like, ooh, look at me, I'm professional, I'm important. I couldn't give two shiny shites now. I'm who I am. What I realised with going out there and meeting people recently is that people really do like me, and that's not me being big-headed. That's what I've been told. They've been coming up to me I've just come back from the shop actually, from a local shop, and someone came, so as I walked past a couple of dog walkers, I went, hello, hello, he said back, and then as I walked past, I heard one of them turn around and go, that's Stephen from that thing. I went, they know me. And I'm getting that a lot because locally I'm getting more recognised for what I'm trying to do. I'm not an activist. People tend to think I'm an activist, and the MPs up this way think I'm a populist now because I've got a point of view. Oh, by the way, I'm going to superimpose the barcode right here now. So future Stephen, keep that on for a bit. I want people to scan this barcode. This barcode leads to the Facebook group. Now the Facebook group is for the development opposition group. It will then ask you to apply to join the group. Once you get to answer the questions, because you won't get accepted if you don't answer the questions. If it asks how you got to the group, put in the reference that you come from my YouTube. So then you know that if you don't live in the area, then you know that you've joined it because I've told you to. But we need support on this group. All right, take away the barcode now. We need support on this group because I've got a real issue with how Runcorn has been developed, and it's not been done fairly. We've not been asked, and the only way you change anything is with group support, with enough people showing their disdain. We've got a lot of people on the group, and we've got a GoFundMe page here right now, so if you want to donate to the group as well, you can, because I have a passion for that. And this is what my point was. If you've got a passion for something and that radiates through, it's easy to make a video on it. And that's what YouTube is for me now. It's a passion that I never thought I had. I didn't think I could hold a conversation this long just on my own. I never thought I could do a live on my own. I never thought I could interview as well as I can. I never thought people would be interested in me, and they are. And it's so humbling, and that's the sort of satisfaction I don't get from acting anymore. I get it all from being myself and being on YouTube, and that's where I'm going to be from now on, YouTube. So 2022, how does it look? It's beginning to look a lot like Stephen. That's how it's going to be. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to be pointing out stuff that people enjoy, varied stuff on my YouTube channel. There's not one of the other. It's varied, which is good. And I'm also going to be really putting myself out there in terms of events and meeting people. Life is for living, and I encourage every one of you. I know it's been a scary time over the last couple of years, but I encourage you to start living your life. You've got to start, well, for a kick-off, enjoy Christmas, enjoy your family. There's worse things in life than what's been going on. There's a lot worse. We're all very lucky to be where we are right now, and we need to remember that life is for living, and it can't be mandated. Freedom cannot be taken away. So let's start living life. Let's make 2022 the best year ever. We've had 2 years of crap. Let's make it a good one. What do you think? Eh? So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I want to wish you all a very, very, very Merry Christmas and a brilliant New Year. We all deserve it. If you want to get in touch with me, email me at stephenjholloran@gmail.com. I'd love it if you could subscribe to the channel. On average, I get 800 views per video. That's an average, by the way. It ebbs and flows, but between my bigger videos and my smaller videos, I get about 800 views. Imagine it if 800 people just suddenly decided to subscribe to me. I would have hit my target already. I'm aiming for 1,000, and it is climbing, but I really want to get there quickly, because once you hit 1,000, you can start monetization. I've already hit the other target of viewership, but I need to get both sides of the equation balanced out so that I can then make money. I can then invest. I can then do stuff with my time and put more content out there for you. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and if you've got any questions, just let me know. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you all very, very soon on the next video. Take care now. See you later, and Merry Christmas.